What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building. Just got off work, man. Just want to make a quick video right quick. Some thoughts that was in my brain, before we do the best of enemies tonight. Make sure you check that out. Joe, you better not run. You better not tell me you got to work tonight and try to not get on the show because you're going to get that work tonight. Just letting you know. But this video is about Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott. These 2023-2024 playoffs are career defining moments, in my opinion. First, let's start with McCarthy. This is definitely a career defining moment for you, in my opinion. You know why? Because not just the haters are saying you're going to fail, your own fan base is going to say you're going to fail. Your own fan base hates you, Mike McCarthy. I see it on Twitter. They hate you. They talk shit about you. The higher ups in that Cowboys media don't like you at all. They've been talking trash about you all year. Facts. Facts. That's a fact. And all they said was what the Green Bay people said. Your clock management sucked, you're out of dated, and you're scary. You can change the narrative, Mike McCarthy. And this is why I say it's a career defining moment. When you got fired from Green Bay, you set out for a year. Or did you voluntarily set out, or nobody wanted to hire you set out? I don't know that. I just know Jerry Jones hired you, and you've been successful in Dallas, right? You've been successful in Dallas. 4 years, 3 double-digit win seasons. You won a playoff game on the road. Dallas ain't won that in 20 years. That hasn't happened in 20 years. You got 2 NFC East titles in 4 years. Playoffs 3 consecutive years. But nobody cares about that out here. I'm going to keep it real. Because all they remember is Green Bay, how you failed in them playoffs. All they remember is when you won the Super Bowl in 2010. The next year, I believe you went 15-1, and you lost in that first round against them Giants. People ain't let that go. They ain't let it go. And you have failures in the playoffs in Green Bay, and your quarterback said you ain't ish. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if we play them Packers in these playoffs and you lose to them in the first round, I'm going to keep it real. If Dallas lets you go eventually, you may not have a job nowhere. Nobody's going to hire Mike McCarthy. In my opinion, nobody's going to hire you. Nobody's going to hire you. They ain't going to want that old stank. They ain't going to want that. They ain't going to want the old. They're going to go with the young, the medium. They're not going to hire Mike McCarthy, in my opinion. You sat out a year. Was that your choice? Like I said, you come over. You left Dallas. You got fired from Green Bay. And if you fail in Dallas, you're not going to get another job in the NFL, in my opinion. Nobody's going to hire you. I don't believe they are. If you do, maybe. But all them teams are going to look at it as, yeah, you're great in the regular season, but you fail in the playoffs, so they ain't going to hire you. You a veteran coach. You ain't a young buck. You ain't 30, 40, 50. You damn near 60, ain't you? So that's why I say it's a career-defining moment for Mike McCarthy, because if you don't do it in Dallas, and if you get bounced out early this year, and Dallas lets you go eventually, you ain't going to find a job somewhere else just because of the Cowboys and Packers. So that's why it's a career-defining moment. If you win in Dallas, Mike McCarthy, you will have a job for life. That's a fact. If you win in Dallas, you're going to have a job for life. You ain't got to worry about employment. You ain't got to worry about checks. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But if you lose early, you ain't going to coach the NFL again, in my opinion. Nobody's going to pick up a regular season coach can't win the playoffs and you a veteran. Nah, I don't believe that. They'll go with younger guys. They'll go with other people. They'll go with unknowns. Because you might got a reputation around in the league. That's just me. So do me a favor, Mike McCarthy. I'm with you. I'm about you. A lot of people dog you, but I'm still on your team. Please win in these playoffs. At least get us to an NFC championship this year, dog. Because if you don't, it's going to be bad business. And you got to beat these Packers in this first round. Because if you don't, Lord, they're going to be calling for your head. Everybody going to want you fired. Just so you know, everybody going to want you fired. And I don't know how you come back from it this year. I don't know how you come back from it. A lot of people ain't going to even like you no more. Got to win these playoffs, Mike McCarthy. Now, Dak Prescott. I'm going to keep it real, Dak. I've been going back and forth with you. I've never left you. I never said I'm done with Dak. I ain't never said that. But I have said you get on my nerves and you ain't gonna get no better. I have said it. I have said you only gonna go so far with Dak. I've said it. I won't lie or anything like that. I've said it. But Dak showed me something I haven't seen in him ever. I said he peaked. This wasn't a peak year. 35 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 36 touchdowns, I don't know, 35, 36, 4,400 yards. This is the best I've ever seen you play. I'm going to keep it real. I thought 2021 was your best year. 2020, you was throwing that ball, slinging it. But 2021 was like, God damn, I thought you put it all together. But this is the year. I was like, I thought you peaked. I'm going to say you hadn't. Because I haven't seen you play like this, Dak. I have not seen you play like this. I'm going to keep it real. I have not seen you play like this. And I have my doubts about you. I have my doubts. Like, can he do this? Can he do that? And this year, bruh, the way you come in that offense, the way you slinging that ball, the way you throwing it, you start using your legs. Like, I've not seen this Dak, and I've been excited. But guess what? None of that matters. None of that matters, dog. Just like with Romo. Nobody gives a hell what Romo did in the regular season. Whenever he made the playoffs, they was like, you gonna choke. Dak Prescott, you got that same narrative, dog. You got that same narrative that they think that when you get to the play, yeah, you did good in the regular season, but wait, Stephen A. Smith, all them guys, wait till you get to the playoffs. You gonna choke. That's all they're gonna say about you because that's all they're gonna live off of. Because these weak ass networks, it's easy for them to say, "Oh, you don't get to the Super Bowl, you choke." That's weak, in my opinion. But they're gonna stain that with you, Dak. But it is a career-defining moment with you because if you don't play good, and we get bounced out early, and you don't play good, oh gosh, you're gonna, woo, oh boy. That contract that you want, oh gosh, that's just gonna be ugly. It's just gonna be ugly for you, Dak, in the Dallas Cowboys circles and management. It's just gonna be ugly for you. Nobody's gonna believe you can take us to a chip if you can't win it this year, or at least get to a championship. I'm not even gonna say to a Super Bowl. You gotta, Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, y'all gotta at least get to an NFC championship this year. Y'all have to. There ain't no, we won the first round, lost the second round. There ain't none of that this year. This ain't the year for that. Because this NFC is for the taking. The last 3 years been for the taking. But this year is really for the taking. So ain't nobody listening to y'all excuses. Ain't nobody listening to your podium press conferences. Nobody's listening to your podium press conferences, Dak and Mike McCarthy. We ain't nobody gonna hear that. They're gonna be asking for your heads. And nobody's gonna believe you can take us to the promised land next year. Nobody's gonna believe Mike McCarthy can take us to the promised land, and nobody's gonna believe Dak Prescott can take us to the promised land if y'all can't at least get to an NFC championship this year. Y'all say what y'all want. That's what is true. That's what I believe. And watch the masses. Ain't nobody gonna believe y'all. Ain't nobody gonna believe the year. Ain't nobody gonna believe this is our year. Nobody's gonna believe none of that. Nobody's gonna believe in y'all anymore. And damn sure you're gonna hear the noise if we can't get to at least an NFC championship about Dak Prescott's conference. You're gonna contract. You're gonna pay this dude 55, 60 million. We can't even get past the divisional round. It's going to be a lot of nasty noise out there. And that's why these are career-defining moments for Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott. Please. It ain't no career-defining moment for Dan Quinn because he's just a defensive coordinator. He can still bang out and get him a job. But Mike McCarthy, You can stay here in Dallas and keep getting checks for as long as you want. Dak Prescott, you can re-up, get your big money, and be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys until you retire. But if y'all both choke up this playoffs, I don't see that. I don't see it. It's gonna be a whole lot of changes if we don't do something in these playoffs this year. Facts. I said this team is only going to go as far as Dak goes. Dak, you got to show it in these playoffs. The way you've been playing in this regular season, you got to show in these playoffs. Mike McCarthy, the way you've been coaching and really doing the damn thing, you had some bumps in the road, but for the most part, you've been doing damn good. Y'all need to show the same thing y'all showed in the regular season. This in these playoffs. We ain't lost a game since 2021 at home. Y'all can't be choking at home. I'm just telling y'all, it's gonna be bad business for y'all if y'all don't handle it. So please, Mike McCarthy, Dak Prescott, these are career-defining moments for you. Please handle your business, or it's gonna be hell for both of y'all. Big Dan James, I'm out. Peace.